Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Knoll Zone. We're here for the Church on Ruby Rose. Dr. Tiddlywinks, welcome. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you are all doing very well indeed. I've got it all set up, ready to go. Long day. I had a bit of a nap as well. I wasn't feeling too good today, to be honest. But yeah, so the reviews have come in for this just before I came on, looking at the reviews. The reviews all seem positive, but of course, we know that most of these journalists are all shills. So we'll find out how good or bad it actually is in a few minutes' time. I think it starts at 5 to 6 or something. So yeah, I've got everything set up. My camera works and everything, so I'll just have it off for now, just so there's no issue. Oh, I tell you, it's been a long day. Didn't get much sleep last night. Then I got up, made the dinner. Wasn't happy with the dinner. Fucking did all the dishes, tidied everything away, put me Christmas pudding on, and then fell fucking asleep and forgot about it. Pudding's alright though, well, we'll see. We'll see. The reviews have been pretty decent. So reviews have been pretty decent. If you're on Facebook, you don't have the settings sorted out. You come up as Facebook user on StreamYard. So let me know who you are when you're wishing, obviously, a Merry Christmas, and thank you very much. I hope you all had a good day today. Quiet one. There was a big major incident in Dublin on Christmas Eve. Gangland shooting happened. Someone was killed last night. It was carnage. Right, let's go into the Doctor Who page now. Should pop up. It's funny because they have them. They literally have Doctor Who on the front here when you go into Disney. It's mad. I'm Jacob James, the Galaxy Man on YouTube. Welcome, nice to have you here. As I said, I will be on camera when this starts. Strictly is still on. Yeah, as I said, I don't have BBC, so it's a bit confusing how this starts. So when it gets to literally 5, I'll have to refresh, and then it should play. Then it's a bit weird, but look, the best we can hope for is he keeps the politics to a minimum, and it's a decent episode. But got to be honest with you, anything with goblins in it, unless it's Lord of the Rings or something like that, or Labyrinth, or stuff that we grew up with, this just stinks of Disney all over. Goblins, like, and then people say, oh, but they did Robin Hood and all of that. Yeah, we know we did. But within a sci-fi narrative. Look at it. So we'll see what happens with this. I'll give him a go, but from what I heard, Ruby Tuesday, whatever her second name is, she has a boyfriend. She's in a band. Apparently, then the boyfriend fancies the Doctor, and over 2 seasons, they're going to develop that relationship, apparently. Which again, it seems to have no the people like RTD seem to have no problem destroying heterosexual relationships. Not a bother. Like now Ruby's boyfriend apparently is going to be bisexual. Do you know what I mean? It's like as if they switch on a switch and they decide they're going to be bisexual. And this is what I don't like about modern society, because that's not how it fucking works. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't just switch on a switch and wake up and think you're autistic and you're this, that, and the other. Right? That's not how it fucking works. Right? And with him liking messages, which is true, by the way, he did like those messages. So, even the LGBTQ plus communities tell them not to cast someone because of apparently their views on trans issues. Right? So this show isn't for us, it's for them. And it'll be interesting to see how well it's done for them. And that's why I'm sticking around. Because, the bottom line is I want to see how low RTD is willing to go. How much pandering is he really willing to do to destroy a sci-fi show? Because don't be under, don't keep your heads buried in the sand. This is going to be an absolute shit show. This ain't going to be a sci-fi show anymore. It's not a sci-fi show. You can't call this a sci-fi show anymore. Right? It's as simple as that. It's a fucking disgrace what he's done to Doctor Who. Someone asked me, is there any ball strike? Well, I haven't heard back from him. He did say, like, it is Christmas. So I did expect to kind of do this one on my own. But if he pops in while I'm doing this, he's more than welcome to come on. As I said, everybody else is busy being Christmas. I knew that was going to happen. We normally kind of do these on my own. Anyway, if we do Christmas streams, which we do, so it's no big deal. As soon as the episode's over, I'll be handing the computer over to Cheryl anyway, because then she's going to watch it straight away. So then after I'm finished, then I'm going to take out my Christmas pudding. I'm going to slice up a little bit. I'm going to have I'll have fresh cream. She got Bailey's. I got a Bailey's cream. I'm going to sit down and have a bit of Christmas pudding. I didn't overindulge. I was just pissed off with the Christmas dinner. I fucked it up, I did. I wasn't happy, man. Right, this should be starting now, so I'm just refreshing this page. I don't know if it starts at 5 or 6 o'clock. There, play. Here we go. Right. We're off. I'll go on camera now. How I'm play. Here we go. Right. Right, so welcome everybody to Church of Ruby Tuesday. As you can see, I'm still very fucking tired, but here we go. Oh, Percy Jackson, fuck off with your ads. Right, here we go. Disney Plus's Dr. Tiddlywinks. Here we go. BBC logo. I don't know why you have the BBC logo on it. Just get rid of the BBC logo. We know it's Disney. Once upon a time. Right, here we go. The stranger came to the church on the week. Right. So everybody's speculating who the woman is. Right? And they come up with all sorts of ridiculousness. So she left her daughter on the steps. There was rumored to be Clara, but I don't think Clara would abandon her child. Right. So she was named Ruby after the place that she was found. So we knew that because the church on Ruby Road. So Ruby Tuesday. She probably was dropped down on a Tuesday. Was he crying? Was Shooty's doctor crying? Shooty's doctor is crying coming out of the TARDIS. I do love this intro. I don't care what anybody says. The only decent thing. Tiddlywinks. Written by Russell, so if it goes flat, we know who to blame. Savina McCall. Oh man, she better not be a companion that talks all the time. Yeah, I keep getting mixed up. Ruby Sunday, I know. She was found on a Sunday. The church on Ruby Road. It all makes sense. Sorry, I'm only awake a half an hour. Give me. You can forgive me. Right, there's a goblin just robbed a cup of coffee. Moved it. Oh, pulling plugs now. Yeah. Oh, Davina got a smack of a plug. Right. So hold on. Our boyfriend is that our so our boyfriend's a bloke. Our boyfriend's dressed as a woman. This is so obvious what he's doing here, man. Right, here's the disco saying so December 23rd, 2023, so it's a few years later. Right. I'm sorry, but that's not the doctor, man. It's not. I don't care what anybody says. The doctor doesn't dance in nightclubs. Look, I mean, right. So yeah, below, yeah. So the one that was singing the Christmas song in the club was trans, right? Obvious, right? Then he's dancing in the middle of the fucking nightclub. In fairness, nothing's happened yet. So I mean, but so there, that's Right, he's got a black leather jacket on. Oh, right. These goblins are just like, right, the doctor's going to spring into action now. Here we go. He's changed the traffic lights with his new sonic pad. Oh, there's a mother and a baby. Oh, did he just get squashed by a head? Because that'd be great. For fuck's sake. So there's his TARDIS. There's a copper running doors on. Just got snowman and I'd like to go home. I got to be honest, I do like Shooty. I'm not going to lie here, right? Because I'm not, as I said, I was actually happy with his casting, but I actually like him so far. Ah, that's actually nice. So the copper had a wedding ring, an engagement ring in his pocket, and the screwdriver pinged, and he's at the basically telling him that the copper, look, she's gonna say yeah because you didn't wait until the January sales to get the ring, and that's why she loves you. Ah, here's my song, Shake It Stay. I was listening to Shake It Stevens today. Do 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 do. Snow is falling all around us. Children playing, having fun. It's the season of love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Do, do, do. She lives in a nice fucking area. Oh, there she is. There's the fucking police. So far, yeah, nothing's happened. The writing is kind of. I mean, she's got all right. Hopefully, she's not a yapper because she seems to be an awful lot of a yapper. But he seems fine so far. She's gonna lose her bags. So Ruby is a klutz, but it's not her being the klutz. It's Trolls been doing it to her all her life. Then is what I'm gathering. She's living in a nice fucking gaff. Oh, she's gotta be. she's going to be a yapper this one. I mean, again, she's good. Can't fault her acting like. So they're getting what I'm gathering is they're adopting a baby on Christmas Eve, just like she was left, and now they're oh. But is this really Doctor Who? Like it's all lovey dovey and emotional and shit, right? And I get that, right? But it's not Doctor Who. Right, hold on. Oh, there's Lulu Bell. Terrible name. They're saying. That's sad though. You know, you never really think about it, do you though? I mean, we're all busy getting ready for Christmas, right? And there's probably women out there that give their child up on Christmas Eve, man. And I know they do it every other day of the year, right? It happens all the time. We're not stupid or naive. But Christmas. Right, so she's taking in a lot of kids, obviously. And there is a lot of women like that that take in kids and they're great. Uh-oh. What what was that? Oh, it must be on the oh oh Davina is using her real name, innit? We found your mother. Watch. Oh. So there's no trace of our mother. Oh, she's devil. Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake, Davina is in a wheelchair. She's in a fucking wheelchair. She's been getting so the bad luck has she fell off a boat in dry land. She's been trampled by a moose. Oh, no way. Watch, Davina is going to get killed by a Christmas tree. He used to do this thing all the time in these Christmas specials, except this tree is not going to dance, it's just going to. Oh, the star's going. Oh, she's dead. I reckon she's dead. The star straight into the face. Pointy star. She's gone. Davina McCall is no longer on the planet Earth. Oh, baby is gone. Get the fucking baby though. She's very fucking slow. Give me back my baby. Well, should you not have been doing that from the beginning? Right, she's hanging off a ladder. He did this with Rose Tyler, in oh, here he is. Okay, it was definitely the audio in the trailer that they put out because I understood him there. Right, he's on the ladder with her. Ruby Sunday. Oh, the gloves are doing some mad thing. And now he's just hanging off the ladder for no reason whatsoever. Just a mavity. Oh, for fuck's. I mean, Chibnall did this already in Legend of the Sea Devils with the flying ship. Goblins in Doctor Who. Right, they're not time travelers. No, I'm not at the Goblin song yet. Right, here's the song coming now. We're up on the tunnel, and there's Teddy Bears. Hey, Ted, would you like to say hello to everybody? Would you? Would you like to say hello to everybody? You all excited? Come here to me. Come here. There you go. There he is, guys. There he is. Hello, my little puppy. No, no. Here we go. Here's the song. Here's the song, Teddy Bear. He just tried to eat a baby. I'm 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 just in shock of what I've seen. Oh, the copper is our fella that he already met. So Ruby's boyfriend is the copper. No. Right, so it's a language, it's a different form of physics apparently. So this is how he's explaining this fantasy shit in Doctor Who. Great. Of course, you know all the Muppets are gonna be happy with this. Woo! No. And of course, the doctor is going to be the one that's going to find that family, I bet you. This is setting up for something bigger down the line, obviously. Oh, Ruby was the only one that stayed with her. The rest of the kids, when they grew up, they left. The doctor was. He should. Oh, yeah. So he was adopted. He was adopted. The doctor was adopted. So he's doubled down. The doctor is not from Gallifrey or born in Gallifrey. So the timeless children thing is still there, folks. It's still there. No, Ruby is gone. All the photographs are gone off the fridge. Oh, her attitude's completely changed. She only does it for the money now. It's 800 quid a child. So whatever has happened, the cracks they've taken Ruby, she's being erased basically, and all the other kids have been erased. The 33 that she adopted, she doesn't remember now. Now she's a bit of a cruel woman who's just looking after her baby because it's 800 quid a head. Oh, that's why he was crying when he came out of the tard. That's why he was crying, because he's crying now. This doctor is emotional. Right, so he's got to get saved the Barbog. Out come the magic gloves. The thing about it is, why is he making a face? Because the thing about it is, what he said was the gloves take the weight. So in fairness, he shouldn't be going as he's pulling the ladder down. Shit writing. Right, the Goblin King is dead. He pulled down the ship on top of the church bell tower, and the bell tower went into the Goblin King, and the ship is just now disintegrating. And there's Ruby falling, and he's going to catch the baby. I wonder who the mother was, though. So you put Ruby back in at the church door. It is lovely seeing the TARDIS in the snow, though, man. But who's the woman? Because I could see her in the background there. Yeah, who is she? Well, he's not going anywhere near her. I do like the TARDIS, man. Okay. Is it all back to normal again? He's just helping himself into the gap, though. All the crack is still there. The kid's on the fridge. I bet you he's going to check. Yeah, the kids are all back on the fridge. Where's he going now? He's just left the gap. Oh, he's going to stay at the beanie. He's going to be a good doctor. Yeah, you can't even call this a Doctor Who fucking special, though. I mean, it's. I I wouldn't be. Oh, maybe he's the bad luck. Oh, she got her cup of tea. See, now she's going to want to know. This is going to be a Father's Day situation with Ruby. She'll want to see her mother. And it's nice to see Anita Dobson. Obviously, she was years ago in EastEnders. You know, she played Angie, and then it's nice to see her get a thing on Christmas, the big famous divorce episode. See, told you she's going to. So she's just realised. Told you it's Right, let's see how this new companion reacts to the TARDIS. Oh. He's behind you. Oh, he's left the door open for her now. She's gonna want to see her mother. And your woman's like, come on, get in, go on into the TARDIS. I think RTD is trying to give us a new Wilf, but the female version of Wilf. But you won't replace the old soldier, so, like, you know, cop on to yourself. Right, she's doing the whole thing. We've missed that, haven't we? Right, so she's doing the whole, it's smaller on the outside. Good luck, Ruby. She knows something. I bet you she's probably the woman that left the child. Or she's definitely something. That L one is definitely something. Because she's the only one that hasn't reacted like she reacted to the TARDIS, but she didn't react the way you think she'd react after seeing it disappearing and stuff. Right, hold on though. What's this gonna be like? Oh, he's miles over there because it's huge now. I'm the doctor. Is that it? New home. New who? Spring 2024. Here we go. Disney Plus. Oh, here we go. Oh, you're not giving us that. Okay, they're not giving us that. Right. Uh, wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Shooty and Millie are going to be grand. But the writing's atrocious. I'm sorry, but RTD has just completely. It's. I'm gonna have to watch this again. I don't know, man. It's the writing. It's actually just the writing here. I think even everybody that they got in it, fine. All the actors, actresses, fine. Even the trans blade and singer, fine. right? It's the writing. The writing is absolutely atrocious. It's bonkers, man. I don't know what he's trying to do. And then your woman looking at Miss Flood looking at the camera, like breaking the fourth wall. Oh, you never seen the TARDIS? I mean, and then I mean, the singing wasn't as bad, but then Shooty's doctor just breaking into fucking singing, and then no. Look, it's a Christmas special, right? So you're not really supposed to take the Christmas special serious. But again, so the Goblin King feasts on babies through coincidence and accidents and shit. That's how they get in through accidents. The rope on the ship were basically the warriors and the ship. What is he doing? I don't know. Let's see though. Have they So yeah, by the way, there is a rumor. Just to let you know that we won't have Shooty for long because apparently he's going to be regenerating in the second season. He's gone apparently already. Um, Now whether that's true or not, we will have to wait and see. But let's see if they've released something here. There's a reaction to someone's just saying, fair to say someone has destroyed the Doctor Who franchise. Ooh. Then we've got one that says, wow, Ruby and this Doctor work so well. I would agree with that. This storyline tonight was absolutely awesome and very watchable. I disagree with that. You can tell Russell T Davies is back at the helm and writing an incredible episode. I disagree. 100% Doctor Who classic. I disagree. I think we'll see a lot more of Anita Dobson in this era. Well, whip-de-doo da fucking day. Yes, of course we will, because it's so fucking obvious. Like, of course we will. Jesus Christ. But you're wrong. This is not RTD back in form, right? Now I'll give the proper review on Wednesday. So I'll just give you a few thoughts right now because I have to hand this computer over to the missus because she wants to watch it. Actually, I'm gonna give her the computer right now. So just give us a second and then we'll get into this, right? Because I've got a few things to say, right? And it's not, by the way, before anybody has a go at me, there's 53 people watching, right? Now some of you are waiting for me to give out about Shooty and all of this because you all think I'm racist and stuff, right? Let me tell you one thing. I do not have one single issue with Shooty, right? I do not have any single issue with Millie Gibson or any of the people that were on that episode tonight, right? My big issue here is with RTD and his writing, right? I mean, come on. It starts goblins. What's the motivation? Right? Bit of a weird one. But wait, I'll get into it now in a minute. Now, just hang on. I have to check my bud. There we go. Right. Right, look. The bottom line is that RTD is going to be the one that's going to be an issue here. It's not going to be Shooty, and it's most certainly not going to be Millie, right? The do seem to have chemistry and work very well. And Shooty's doctor, bar a couple of cringe scenes that RTD thought he put him in, he actually convinced me tonight he's going to be a good doctor. The problem is I don't think Shooty's going to be given the material to prove just how good he actually is in the role. And I just, again, you know, he seems to be setting, you know, this seems like a bit of a set-up episode, to be quite honest with you. You know, when she cops on that he can time travel and all of that, you know, at some stage, she's going to want to see who her mother is, right? Anita Dobson's character, Miss Flood, whatever her name is, she knows something because she knows about the TARDIS, right? So there's a connection there. So look, this to me is what it looks like is RTD is kind of, this is a poor rehash of stuff that he's done in the past. This Goblins have no business in Doctor Who, right? The song was absolutely ridiculous. Then Shooty starts singing with Millie. Absolutely ridiculous, right? That whole scene is absolutely ridiculous, right? Other than eating the child, right? What was their motivation? So they just go around eating children? Is that it? Is that all their motivation? There's nothing else. Well, what have I missed? And again, some people probably criticise me for this, but the Doctor has a chance to see Ruby's mother. Why doesn't he? See, he was able to go back. And by the way, before people call me out on it, see, when I say these things, right, I already have something in the back of my head, so that's why I say it. Right, so if anybody says, oh, well, the Doctor wouldn't do that, would he not? Well, Peter Capaldi's Doctor did that for Bill Potts' mother, right? He went back and took photographs of her. Do you remember? And then she found the photographs and was able to see her mother, right? So why the Doctor didn't take the opportunity this time around to do something similar is beyond me. When she's watching it now, I can hear the music in the background now. We need to be joining the Type 40 live stream. I didn't know they were live streaming today. Oh, by the way, it's just after coming in, so we have to stop the review for a few minutes because some sad news is after coming in the Doctor Who world. Is with great sadness that the family of Richard Franklin have asked to share the news of his passing early this morning. Richard passed away peacefully in his sleep. Details of his funeral arrangements will be shared here when announced. Sleep well, Richard, R.I.P. And that was from Liam Rutten. So yeah, that's sad news there. Mrs. Flood is obviously Ruby's mum. She didn't know what the TARDIS was in the beginning, but did at the end. But how? How? Because when Shooty did go back to rescue Ruby, their mother never saw the TARDIS. So how would she know what a TARDIS is if she didn't see it? The Doctor just stood there and let her walk away. So that she's not someone else. That's I kind of thought Anita Dobson could be Ruby. It could be the mother, but no, no. There's something else. But she knows about TARDISes, So there's something. There's something coming. He's leaving little threads, but they're not as smart as he used to do back in the day. You know, he's getting a woman to look directly at the camera and say, oh, well, I know about TARDISes. Instead of actually weaving it into the story that she knows something. Do you know what I mean? Because all the way through, like she's giving out about it and all of that at the start, that it's blocking the footpath and all of that, right? Should have weaved something, leaving little breadcrumbs there, but he never left breadcrumbs. He waited until right at the end to just drop that bombshell, right? And he didn't even give us a fucking trailer, right? So it's coming in spring 2024. Great, give us something then. I think the writing's horrible. Shooty's not bad, Lindsay. Millie is not bad. They do have chemistry. They're going to work well as a team. But the writing's going to let them down. The writing's going to let Shooty down, and that's just it, really. There was a trailer on BBC One where we didn't get one on fucking Disney. So let me see. Right, I'll have a look at this trailer. It's here. Right, here it is. Right. So I'm going to turn the sound off for a second. Just give me a second so I can look at this trailer and react to it for you guys. Actually, do you know what? I'll put the camera on, but I said I was gonna mute myself so you could see me reaction when I'm watching it, but then I muted myself so you didn't hear that part. So I'm gonna mute myself, but you will see me reaction, and then I'll give you my opinion. Right, trailer's awful. But I did notice something. Obviously, Jinx Monsoon popped up onto the screen, but also I noticed as well, Yasmin Finney Rose is going to be in this because I just saw her in the trailer. It looks like she could be in UNA headquarters by the looks of things. But that looked like Yasmin Finney in that as well. There was nothing really. Obviously, we know he's going back through time and he's wearing those fancy clothes. They showed a lot of that episode in the trailer, and they showed other bits and bobs, but nothing to really, like, you know, say, come and watch it. He basically says at the end, come and join me on this adventure or whatever the crap he said. No. Fair play to Rabbi if he likes it. I mean, that it'd be interesting to see why he likes it because the writing's awful. This isn't Doctor Who. Like, this would work if it didn't have the Doctor Who name, right? And you just called it some generic thing. And don't call it Doctor Who. This works. And this probably ends up being a heartwarming kind of story in the end because it has a happy ending. But it's not a Doctor Who episode. I'm sorry, it's not. It's awful. It's awful. Donna's Rose was in that trailer, so they will be back. Exactly. Exactly. So which means that they're going to be back. David Tennant is lurking in the background, which means that's why it was unfair with it was unfair for Shooty, you know. So again, RTD. So there you go. This was awful. The only consolation that you have is that actually Shooty is good in the role, because a lot of people were dead against the being cast. But got to be honest with you, he's not bad playing the Doctor. He's just going to be let down by very bad writing, and while well, in fairness, there was no really wokeness in this. I'm pretty sure some people will find something to complain about, but this was just awful. Just writing wise, it was just awful. No proper motivation for the villain. Again, a bit like what Chibs used to do. I mean, the death of the Goblin King is pretty impressive, I suppose, but then there's a few little things that don't make sense to me, because when he mentioned about the gloves, he shouldn't have a strain on his face when he's pulling the ship down, because he says that the gloves would make him heavy. So the fact that he's actually literally making faces as he's pulling the boat down makes no sense. See, RTD, this is what I look for as a Doctor Who fan. We look for intelligent writing, and this is not intelligent writing. This is fucking absolute a shambles, right? It's a shambles. Anita Dobson is a legend anyway, Robert. And yeah, I do agree with you. She was great in the episode. But again, I feel like RTD is trying to do this whole Wilf thing with a woman, and again, it's this was just, look, he's done Christmas specials that have been way better than this. This does not beat any of the other Christmas specials that he's done. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't even, and I'll go as far as to say this, and you know how much I hate part two. But the end of time, part one and part two, is better than this, writing wise. There's nothing wrong with Shooty or Millie or any of the supporting cast that were in it. They're actually all decent. It's the dialogue, it's the writing is absolutely awful. I'm gonna have to watch it again. He did mention Gravity. Yes, he did. And they confirmed the timeless child again, because that's why Shooty's Doctor was getting emotional, because Shooty's Doctor, as he says himself, was adopted, and he only found out. So RTD has yet again doubled down on the timeless children nonsense as well. So just in case he's all overlooked that, I have to bring this back down to earth. He's actually confirmed the timeless children, right? The timeless children happen now, folks. The Doctor is no longer from Gallifrey, right? The child was kidnapped and tortured on Gallifrey, okay, and was adopted now, apparently, right? So he's confirmed it again. So this is not the Chibs Air accounts, right? Chibs Air accounts. Look, this is designed for the fools on X and Instagram, right? This isn't Doctor Who. It's not intelligent, right? There's nothing intelligent about that writing, right? And that's what I look for in Doctor Who. Now, Christmas specials, they kind of do relax that a bit, and I've kind of over the years, I've kind of said, yeah, Christmas specials are different. You relax the seriousness and all of that, and the writing is more simplified stuff like this. But this was just listen. You don't need a brain to watch this show anymore, is what RTD is telling you. right? And he's going to do the exact same thing that all of these companies do to get an actor or an actress to break the fourth wall and to basically tell you the whole plot. He had air ducts in a ship full of holes. I know. Apparently, that's intelligent writing. So the reviewers, I don't know what they're smoking, but these reviewers ought to be ashamed of themselves. You're saying that this was the Doctor back RTD back in form. Are you for real? I'll watch any of these other Christmas specials over this, to be quite honest with you. The only thing that kept me going in this episode was the fact that the Shooty and Millie and the supporting cast, because they were very good. They were very good. His casting is spot on, by the way. Anybody that had doubts about Shooty, I think that can go out the window now. The problem I have is I think for Christmas he toned down Shooty's campiness, and I do believe that it'll go full tilt in season 15. But got to say, it was a solid start from Shooty. But again, he kind of made Shooty's Doctor a bit stupid. You know, because I'd already figured out, I was there, like, just check the fridge. You'll see that the pictures are gone. He doesn't check the fridge, right? He keeps rambling. He rambles on for about 5 minutes, and then he finally decides to check the fridge, and then he realizes what's going on. He's kind of made this Doctor a bit like what Chibs did. This Doctor is a bit stupid. Definitely was. Nigel. This is definitely Disney Doctor. This is dumbed down for the masses. This isn't the show that we grew up with. This is going to be completely. Look, as I said the other day, yesterday, because I did a stream Christmas Eve, because everybody takes Christmas off. I don't. Never do. But I said it then, and I'll say it again. Right? This version of Doctor Who is definitely not for us. It has been dumbed down for the masses, and you know there won't be any kind of plot holes because it'll be so simplified. You know, he'll explain everything anyway. He'll get a character to do what to see. It's the lazy way of doing it, right? You get that rather than RTD explain it by developing the characters and giving them dialogue that develops the story. What he'd rather do is go along with nonsense stuff and dialogue that doesn't go anywhere. And then right at the end, then he'll get someone to explain what's going on. Just like what Ruby did in the kitchen when she's figuring it all out. She says it out loud. That's him getting Millie to do that to the audience because the audience are so fucking stupid that he's trying to pander to. They don't know what's going on. So he has to explain it to them. Whereas for us, we're watching, this is just so bad. There's no intelligence to the writing whatsoever. And he thinks he's clever with all this rope being the electronics of a ship and all of that, right? Well, it's not smart. It's absolutely dumb and it's fucking stupid. But they'll lap it up. The singer in the band, see again, this whole inclusion with trans people apparently are important to him. Yeah, he gets the singer, right? Trans singer sings a Christmas song, is in the bloody taxi for a few minutes, and that's it. There's your character development, right? It's just like, oh, where can I put a trans character, basically, right? And then we've seen Ruby's boyfriend, right? He seems a bit of a klutz, right? So apparently the copper is going to fall in love with Shooty's Doctor, even though Shooty's Doctor told him that Millie is going to say yes because he went out and bought the ring, blah blah blah. This is going to be the fella. Rope physics is not a real thing. I mean, listen, he's an idiot, but they'll lap this up and say it's intelligent. And the trailer, listen, His 2005 trailer will always be his best trailer. And he's never actually beaten that trailer, in my opinion. But that trailer there that BBC have thrown up is absolutely awful. It's awful. Right? It's not making me think, oh yeah, I can't wait to see that. It looks absolutely awful. I'll watch it again before Wednesday anyway. We'll have the full review panel on Wednesday. I'm just really, I'm pissed about Shooty. I'm pissed for him because he looks like he's going to be good. Even in the trailer, he looked decent there as well. But then there was a scene there where you can clearly see that your man is attracted to him. And the Beatles are going to feature, by the way. You know, there's always been this thing with the Beatles and Doctor Who. It looks like they're finally going to do it because they're on Abbey Road, blah, blah, blah. And that's where Shooty's wearing his little pinstripe blue suit. And he's hugging Shoot. See, this is the thing. What he's going for this time is obviously the Doctor has been adopted, right? But he was treated badly by Tectoyum and experimented on. Whereas Ruby, right, she was adopted and she found the perfect mother. And she was the one that stayed with your woman because the rest of the kids, the 33 other kids that she adopted, they grew up and they went and did their own bloody thing. But Ruby was the one that stuck around. So I get what he's trying to do with the dynamic, right? Both were adopted, but both had different experiences from each end of the spectrum. So Shooty's doctor was basically abused, whereas Millie's companion Ruby, she was treated with love, care, and stuff like that. So I get what he's trying to do with the dynamic. But see, the thing about it is, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to explore it. And this is why, you know, the mother, you're going to see the mother at some stage. You're going to find out who the mother actually is. As so I mentioned, the mother could be Jinx Monsoon. Could you fucking imagine? Could you imagine? But I'm telling you now, I'm not really I'm not really. Look, I mean, I'll give you an example, right? So this is what these Muppets that RTD is pandering to thought was the best scene was shoot, you got one. Millie Gibson were so iconic for this, the part where they start singing, right? So that's what they're interested in. They're interested in now finding out who Millie is going to be shipped off to, Ruby's character, right? And then they're going to be interested to see who the Doctor is going to be shipped with. That's all they're interested in. And RTD will pander to them, right? Because he thinks that these are the people that are going to keep the show going. The overnights for this are going to be very interesting. We will go live tomorrow to talk about the overnights because the overnights will come in. It'll be interesting to see. Now, if they don't release the overnights tomorrow, right, and then they release them during the week, then they fudge the numbers again and they're adding days to the official numbers, right? So I'm annoyed for Shooty. I know some people out there will still think he's not Doctor material. He's entitled to his opinion. I've never had a problem with Shooty's casting, and I still don't have a problem with his casting. What's going to let him down is RTD's bad writing, right? The difference with the Jodie Whittaker era was you had bad writing, but Jodie Whittaker was bad suited for the role. Shooty is actually playing the Doctor, and he's playing it well. I just know by season 15 that they're going to make him camp it up a bit because that's what Disney will want. They will want an LGBTQ plus led character. And that's what they'll do with the Doctor. They'll change the Doctor's sexuality to go with the Disney narrative, you know. And they do it with Doctor. See, they can't do it with Star Wars. They've introduced LGBTQ plus characters, but they can't do it with any of the leads because that would absolutely, there'd be murder, right? But they could do it with Doctor Who because they've already been messing around with the Doctor, with the timeless child nonsense and all that. And this is why this whole thing with Chris Chibnall was devastating to Doctor Who. Series 11 was devastating to Doctor Who. It was fatally wounded then, right? But when he introduced the Fugitive Doctor and he introduced the whole timeless child arc, it was game over. It opened up a lot of possibilities for the next showrunner. And that's what I think Chibnall's goal was all along. He was brought in to do a brief. Listen, you feck with this show as much as you bloody can. You start changing things. Let's see what kind of reaction we get. And then, obviously, then the show, it's on its last legs. Yeah, someone comes in like RTD. We all think it's a rescue mission. And then he goes and triples down on what Chibs has done because Chibs has opened the door for him to do all of this. And he has reconfirmed the timeless child. Right? So, this isn't exactly Shane. It's not Doctor Who. Right? Because we don't accept the timeless child story arc. We never have. We will never accept it as canon. Right? So as far everything that happens from here on, right? Remember, folks, this is unreal. It's Disney Doctor Who. Just refer it to that. That's what it is. It's Disney Doctor Who. I can't believe I'm actually going to say this. But you know what? When this contract runs out, BBC, take it back, right? And put it on hiatus. Put it on hiatus for a couple of years and get someone in that will write proper sci-fi. There are some great sci-fi writers out there that would probably love the opportunity to work on one of the, well, it was the biggest British sci-fi show and obviously the longest running sci-fi show, right? People would jump at the chance to work on this show, right? When names were being banded around, some fucking writers came out straight and said they would love to take the helm of Doctor Who, right? So I can't believe I'm saying this, but if there's anybody BBC listening to me right now, when this Disney deal runs out, right, and the Bad Wolf deal runs out, you got to take that show back, right? You've got to take your IP back and you've got to protect it. Put it on hiatus. We will all wait here. We will wait. We are willing to do that. We will wait. Because once we know we got you have searched long and hard for the right people to take this show forward and to bring Doctor Who back to its former glory, right? We will wait. We are willing to fucking wait. Right? And Ezra is right. It's never going to happen. You're right. You're right. It absolutely won't happen. But that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. There's that fucking song on there. She's listening to the song part. I'm gutted for Shooty and I'm gutted for Millie. I really am actually. RTD, you're just a prick. You're a hack, man. Don't know what's happened yet. I really don't. But for the caliber of writer you are when you're writing other stuff, even your Doctor Who, your first era, yeah, it was progressive, but you did it in the right manner. I don't know how your writing has gone this bad. I really don't. Every single special he's wrote so far, right? So this has been RTD, right? So the three so-called 60th anniversary specials, and then we've had the Christmas special. Out of 10, I'll ask you guys this: out of the 4 specials that he's dropped now, what would you give it out of 10? Right? And make the comparison, right? The first 4 episodes of Doctor Who in 2005, right? Make the comparison. So what would you give the first 4 episodes of season 1 of Doctor Who? I'd probably give it an 8 or a 9, right? Now, these 4 episodes, what would you give it out of 10 altogether? I'm struggling even to give it a 4. But I'll give it a 4 because I do like Shooty. His writing seems lonely and depressing. I'd have to agree with you there. There does. Look, he recently in an interview spoke about his partner that passed away. I don't think he's ever been the same because when you lose someone that you love, it's heartbreaking. I don't think he has been the same since. And I feel that he feels like he has to fight a corner for someone because he genuinely does believe that the trans community is under threat from us all. But that's not the case at all. All we've just said is hey, hang on for a minute, right? We're trying to figure all of this out anyway ourselves. But you know, biological born males wanting to play in women's sport. Yes, we do have an issue with that. We do have an issue with biological born males using women's toilets. We do have a problem with the trans ideology being taught to children, right? But that doesn't mean that we're against the trans community, right? All we're saying is listen, we've got to talk these things out. We have to have the debates, but they don't want to do that. So I honestly believe he feels he has to fight for the trans community because they've been getting a lot of pushback over the last year and a half. And I believe that that's what he's going to do. He's going to cast as many. Listen, even in the next season, he already announced and there's more trans characters coming in. He's actually hired more trans actors and actresses, right? So there's more coming in, right? So I feel he feels that he has to fight their corner, right? And I'd have to say, what I'd have to say to that is, well, listen, Russell, if there was a proper discussion and debate about this, and you listen to everybody, listen to their concerns. You know, we all hear what the trans community's concerns are because they never shut the fuck up about it. Like, it's all year. Like, you know, we hear about their complaints all the time. Right? So we know what their issues are. Right? But the thing about it is, there's no room, as I said, for debate in any country on this issue. So he's going to use this show to put out a message. Right? The problem is that when he did it in the Starbase, you know, he actually was subtle at first. And we were saying, right, if he keeps that as subtle as that, that's fine. That's the thing people think we have. Listen, that's fine. Yeah, subtle. That's how you do these things. I still don't believe that this ideology belongs in Doctor Who. This isn't a gender study show, right? It's a sci-fi show. Right? I mean, he's done shows where he's addressed this. Why can't he just make, right, while he's making Doctor Who, like sci-fi, make another show somewhere else, something else that he wants to highlight these issues. But he will use Doctor Who for it, because he does, and this is why Georgia Tennant has been very vocal lately as well. And that's why David Tennant came back. Listen, this is what this is. They've all come together. They all believe that the trans community is under threat, and they're going to use Doctor Who to get their message across. And the thing about it is now they've used the Disney Plus deal to get into 62 countries out there, but yet it can hardly get 8 million people. So it's not, listen, it'd be interesting to see what the overnights are on BBC. But as I said, if this trend continues of them losing viewers, the prime time spot on BBC One is going to be in serious trouble. And it might go straight onto BBC iPlayer. But look, I just see season one's in the can already. So whatever he's written is written. He's in the middle of season two right now. And there's a rumor is that he's going to regenerate. Now whether that is actually going to happen. But again, I will say this. If that is the case, then I'm actually even more pissed. Right? So you make a big deal of bringing in the first male black doctor, right? And then you get rid of him after 2 seasons. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. Shooty, I've said this anyway. You know, Shooty should get 3 seasons, right? Whether people agree with me or not, Shooty should get 3 seasons, right? They should get each doctor. You're going to bring in doctors like that now that the regeneration doesn't really matter anymore. And they're going to find ways of fucking getting around the whole, you know, regeneration thing now, because the timeless children thing just keeps lurking in the background and all of that, right? You can't. This would be stupid. He did it's again. See, this is why I give out then when you make a big deal out bringing in a certain person, right? Whatever the agenda is, right? You bring that person in, and then they screw them over. Shoot, he deserves 3 seasons. I don't care what anybody says. He should get these 3 seasons. But if he's leaving after 2, well, then what the fuck is that? Again, this kind of has echoes to Chris Eccleston, except Chris Eccleston left after season 1. Again, there just seems to be, I don't know what it is. It always seems to hark back to what he did in previous seasons. Now, where did he plug from my computer? Because if I don't stick that in, we're actually going to go dead. What I'm like, and that will not be great at all. Will it? Absolutely a disaster. So where the fuck did I put the plug? Oh, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up there. Oh, here it is. I don't think I can reach that. Hold on. Put the phone and all the way back here. Hold on, lads. Oh. Right. Just give us a second. Right. There we go. We got power. I got the power. My prediction: 3 seasons on the show is done. Well, no, because the Disney Plus deal or the Bad Wolf deal is for 5 years. So that's the thing. You're at least going to get between 3 or 4 seasons, at least. That's the problem we have here. But there just seems to be a lot of familiarities to his previous era, and he's doing poorly this time. That's what I feel. Everything that I watch feels like deja vu, but poor deja vu, if that's even a thing, right? It just, look, again, I'll watch this again when I'm not, obviously I wasn't distracted though, but you have to kind of watch these things again. So I will watch it again before Wednesday, and then we'll have the review panel on, hopefully. And if you want to be part of that, again, the usual, if you just want to, I'll tell you what, look, we make it easier this time. Just come in on the day, come into the chat here, and if you want to come on, let me know, and I'll send you an email. and we'll do it that way. Or I'll just put the link in the fucking chat for everybody to come on. Obviously, we'll make sure that behind the scenes, yeah, if you do come on though, you got to put your camera on. I want to see that you're a real person, because we've been tricked before. Obviously, the usual suspects will get all of their emails. I'll just email everybody, right? So just assume that I've sent you an email. Yeah, you know who you are. And then we'll have that big review on Wednesday, and then I'll give you my rating. Yeah, they're doing eight in a Christmas special. Yeah, but I think each episode's going to be an hour, or around the 56-minute mark, like this one was. Most of them have been that around 50, 55, 56-minute mark. So yeah, but look, all I will say is, if you like this, fair play. I just expect a lot more. And to be quite honest with you, this didn't feel like a Doctor Who episode. It felt like characters from Doctor Who and props from Doctor Who were just put in a random fucking thing. But again, as I said, I'll have to watch again, because I'll definitely know how I feel about it after the second viewing. But yeah, interesting one. Right. That'll be it now I'm going to take a few days off now, obviously, because it's the Christmas period. Obviously, we did a stream Christmas Eve, and we've done today. So what is it? It's Monday. So I'll be back on Wednesday. So I'll be back on Wednesday for review. So that'll be the next time that we're back. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. I know it's Christmas evening, and I know there'll be a lot of people were waiting for me to slander and slate Shooty, but that was never going to happen, because, as I said, I never minded his casting from day one. I do believe that Shooty will play a good Doctor. The problem is that the writing's going to let him down. I don't have any fear in Shooty playing the Doctor. Millie, she's spot on. Looks as she was a bit of a blabbermouth at the start. I was a bit worried that we are going to get a companion that's just going to keep talking all the time. But as the episode went on, she kind of toned it down a little bit. So Millie is going to be all right. The chemistry is there. There's definitely chemistry between the two of them, which is great. That's what you need anyway. You need a little bit of chemistry. That's why I think David Tennant and Catherine Tate worked so well, and with Billy Piper, and obviously Billy Piper with Chris Eccleston, because there was chemistry there. And I think that is important. And the two of them definitely do have chemistry. And it'll be, again, I'll watch with interest. I'm not expecting very much from RTD. That's what I'll say. I'm not going to be overly negative here. What I can say is this: I will watch, but I'm not excited. Nothing about this excites me. Even watching the trailer didn't excite me. I'm not excited, but I'll watch it because there may be a chance that RTD may give us, or someone, a writer that writes for us, might give us an episode or two that's actually fucking decent. And I know we should expect more than that. But unfortunately, that's all you're going to get with Disney Doctor Who. Remember, this is Disney, right? They even said it in if you watched it on Disney Plus, they said New Who, Disney Who, new generation, right? So it's Disney Who, right? So that's how you have to look at this. This isn't the show that you grow. I told you anyway, it's going to be completely different to what you knew the show. Remember? And everybody said, no, you're crazy. It's going to be completely different to anything that you've ever seen. This is Disney Who. And that's the way you have to look at this. So Disney Who is going to give you, as they do, they're very inconsistent, right? You maybe get 2 good episodes a season of 8 episodes, right? So that's what happens. They do it with Star Wars. You get maybe 1 or 2. Sometimes you get lucky, like the Mandalorian, and you get a full season. That's absolutely decent, right? Yeah, we may get lucky with Doctor Who, but looking at what RTD and the way he's reacting, and it's the Instagram post that he's liking, the future is not looking bright. Is all I'll just say. But I will tune in for Series 15, because I will be egging Shooty on, and unfortunately, I know RTD is going to get him to play a camp, which I don't look at. Shooty's doctor is a bit flirty, fine. I don't mind that to a certain extent, but even in that trailer, you can see where they're going with it, and Shooty's going to be let down, because I think he's actually a good cast. I have to say, I had me doubts, but I was always saying let's give him a chance. And I'm kind of glad I did, because he's good. He's good as the Doctor. He's just going to be let down. Hope he isn't, but that's what I feel right now. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm off to eat a bit of Christmas pud now and relax for the night. But it's been a very busy one. As I said, I took a nap earlier on. I was that bad. But I'm gonna head off now and relax for the rest of the night. Might actually watch. I watched it a few weeks back, but I might watch it again tonight. So I might put Die Hard on. I watched Superman the other night as well. I watched Superman, the movie, obviously every Christmas period. I watch it. And Back to the Future trilogy, which again I only watched a couple of months back, but I'm going to be watching the Back to the Future trilogy as well. And of course, you can't have Christmas without a bit of Indiana Jones. So I'll watch all the way up to the last Crusade. I ignored the other 2 movies, because I like the next one anyway. So for as far as I'm concerned, there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies anyway. So I don't class the other 2. And then sometimes, I might watch. I've got the extended cuts of Lord of the Rings, so I might actually start watch them. But I have to watch them over a couple of nights, because that's madness. That is the length of them. Anyway, I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. Merry Christmas. I hope you've had a great Christmas. I hope you've got all you've wanted, and I will see you, as I said, on Wednesday. Have a good one, folks. Good night. Talk soon.